As I finally start seeing myself towards the age of 18, bro, in a few months I'm going to be 18 years old. And as I realize that slowly but surely, I'm also going to be finishing high school as well. I'm going to have to take my final exams, and then I'm going to be off on my own. Then life will throw whatever it wants at me. From there on, I'm going to have to choose my own experiences, and I'm going to have to choose my own paths entirely. Like, I cannot just say, oh, this is a decent high school and I can just study a bit and my parents can pay a tutor so that I can study and know and then just take the exam and go there and have fun, right? Or whatever. No, from now on, it's university. From now on, it's pushing forward towards something else. From now on, whether you don't want to go to university, it's making a business, starting a business, doing something else with your hands. We're slowly but surely gaining more and more responsibility, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm scared. I'm scared. In the past few days, I've been researching more about the Canadian military colleges. Right, I want to leave Romania for Canada in the next 2 years once I finish high school, and go to one of their military colleges so that I can learn, so that I can become an officer. And the more I think, the more I look into it, and the more I read about it, it's just I realize the more that I'm on my own. Once I get there, I don't have any family around me. It's just me and other people my age in the same class, just going about their day, just going about trying to fulfill their goals. I'm on my own. I won't have people, supporting me from behind, just telling me, "Come on, bro, you can do it. Come on, it's gonna be alright." Now, I'm probably gonna be in a very competitive environment where everybody will try to have their go at my throat so that they can pass me by, so they can be better at me, so they can have better opportunities. And that scares me, man. It scares me that in 2 years' time, bro, I've been so accustomed to living like this, to living like a child, you know, to having my parents care for a lot of stuff around me, take care of a lot of things around me so that I don't have to, so that I can just focus on a few things. From now on, no, bro, I'm gonna have to push forward. I'm gonna have to take a lot of decisions and make a lot of decisions which will change my life. Chances are you will have to do the same thing. If you're my age or a bit older, or a bit younger, like, there's no way you can change it. You will unavoidably get at this age. You will unavoidably get to the point where you will have to make the decisions for yourself. No matter how much you try to escape it, no matter if you're a 25-year-old still living with his parents, not knowing what he wants to do, at some point you're gonna have to take responsibility for yourself, and you're gonna have to go out into the world and face life. That scares me, man. I guess this is what we've been preparing for. If we've been going on self improvement, if we've been pushing forward, trying to do better things with our lives. Getting rid of our addictions, developing good habits, developing discipline. This is the point that we've been trying to reach. This is what we have been training for, so that we can finally take responsibility upon our shoulders that is much bigger than ourselves, and move on with our lives and build something of our lives that is truly worth mentioning. But nonetheless, it's still scary to me, man. Still intimidates me sometimes. I just get so overwhelmed thinking about it. I'm like, I don't even know, man. Like, do I really want to do this? Like, I'm gonna be on my own, and it's like a military chain of command, and it's so much different than what you have lived with. It's so much different. It's like an entirely different world. I'm thinking of signing up for an entirely different life experience, and that really scares me. And yet, I don't know what else I would want to do with my life. If I were to pussy out of this, and just say, oh, maybe it's not for me or whatever. and listen to my parents who are constantly trying to get me off the path because they're scared, you know, maybe more than I am. But if I listen to them, if I listen to their good-hearted advice, I'm not gonna get anywhere. I'm just gonna end up doing something which I probably won't like. I'm probably just gonna end up living a life that I probably won't be happy with. And that scares me, man. I think that intimidates and scares me and frightens me more than facing a brave new world. And I think this is a nice way to think about it, right? No matter how scared we are of something, no matter how intimidated we are of the brave new world that we're trying to face, that we will have to venture out into, the consequences of staying on your ass, on your feet, not moving, not making any decisions is greater. The consequence of inaction is greater than the consequences of action. I mean, if I'm not going to be doing this, then what else will I do? I have no idea what else I would like to do. And honestly, I don't want to be the one at 25 still sitting with his parents at home, just thinking to himself, well, what do I really want to do with my life, bro? I'm thinking about it. I don't even know what I want to do with my life. I don't want to be that guy. Fair enough. I don't want to be a burden to to my family. I don't want to have people around me see me and think to themselves, "What a failure." And at the same time, bro, I found something which I think attracts me, something which I think I'm passionate about. So why the hell should I try to do something else? Why the hell should I fall in all of these deceiving lies and beliefs when I can very well do something that I believe I'm cut out for? Although I've never truly experienced that feeling, I believe this is something that I have been cut out for. This is something that I've been built for, or that I have built myself in these past 2 years of self improvement for. Why should I try to do something else? Why should I try to take lesser risks? You know, thinking about it, when I'm going to be 90 years old and on my deathbed, with my grandkids around me, with my kids around me, I probably won't care about the 5 years that I spent not really liking the Canadian forces or whatever. Bro, I would have thought to myself, that was a small period of my life which led towards something greater. So I shouldn't be scared if this will not work out for some reason. It's all right. You've gained experience. It's your life, and the more that we can end up on that deathbed with lesser regrets, the better. Knowing that we've tried more of everything. But the chances are, and I mean, I think it's a fact, but we won't ever be on our deathbed with no regrets. I think it's so impossible to live a life where you have little to no regrets. We all have our regrets, and I think that's something that is unchangeable. We just choose what regrets we want to have. We choose what we regret not doing or not doing enough of. But I don't want to have one of my deathbed regrets that I didn't follow what I thought at that time would be my passion and what proved to be my passion, or that I didn't do it long enough because I pussied out, because I cowered. I would not let that be one of my deathbed regrets. And maybe that shouldn't be yours either. Maybe it's time that we start thinking about it this way, right? Oh, it's 5 years, bro. In 90 years, that probably won't matter that much to you. I mean, definitely, it's not like a moment in your life. It's not like a small period of time, bro. It's a decent period of time, right? 5 years, I think so. But at the same time, What would your 9-year old say if he remembers the fact that he cowered out at 18 out of doing something that would have probably brought him a lot of satisfaction and joy and purpose in his life just because he was like a weird 5 year period that he wasn't sure about? Nah, he'd probably be very pissed off at his younger self. And how about we choose not to do that? How about we choose not to become pissed off at our younger selves for not making the right decisions? Like we've been doing this for so long, haven't we? How many times have you been pissed off at your 16, 17, 15-year old self for not saying the right thing to that girl? For not spending more time around his grandparents who passed away? For not spending more time developing his skills in real life rather than his skills in some stupid video game that doesn't mean anything to him. Like we have so many things that we would wish our younger selves would do. And a part of what we're doing now is make it so that we can make our future selves proud, not regretful. Not like pissed off, annoyed at your younger selves. I guess this is part of it. I guess this is part of taking the risk and in the long run thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm very glad I took that risk. I'm very glad I got out of my comfort zone and I did something which I think meant a lot to me. But definitely there's no place for inaction in this world. There's no place for inaction in a world driven by action. You know, every time that you don't act, you know how it feels. You feel so weird. It's like, what is going on? Why do I feel like this sense of impending doom every single time that I just go about something without really acting? Whether it's not picking up some trash on the street where you see it, or it's not cleaning your room at the time and being like, "Oh, I'll do it later." You feel like, at least I feel like a weird, like not necessarily impending sense of doom, but like something like this is gonna have like big consequences in my future. Like small things like this will add up. And at some point, if I'm not careful, bro, like it's gonna have a big change in my personality and my overall life, and I don't want that. And so that's why I try when I can to take small actions, whether it's straightening my bed sheets because I don't like seeing them like curly and stuff, whether it's making sure that I closed all the lights in the house, whether it's making sure that I have my bathroom and my bedroom clean. All small stuff like this. Making sure that I do the necessary sets of stretching every single day. Like I think that all these things in the end they will lead to something greater. Than like the small term benefits that they have, or like the long term or whatever. In the end, like there will be some huger benefits in terms of physical and mental capacity and performance that we probably don't even think about now. But it all comes, to taking action when you would have otherwise been drawn to inaction. I guess this is what we have to do now as well. As we're slowly reaching the point in our lives when we turn 18, where we're like officially adults, whatever the hell that means, by the way. Because, like, being an adult is just being a kid with more rights, it's just being a kid with a lot more responsibility. Now that I slowly but surely reached the point when I'm 18, bro, I remember being like, in third grade. So what would that be? That would be like 9 to 10 years old, right? And I was thinking about, when I'm gonna finish 12th grade, I was like, oh man, God, I'm gonna be an adult, bro. I'm gonna be like a big adult, bro. I turned 11th grade. I'm 17 years old. In a few months, I'm gonna be 18. I'm not an adult. I have no idea what the hell adult means. It's such a weird and stupid concept that has been fed to us like so many other things, bro. Like adults don't exist. Adults don't exist. There's just kids with more responsibility. I mean, when you start realizing, you start noticing all of these patterns of behavior and emotion in adults, you realize, bro, they're nothing better than me. They're not better than me in any way. Like, maybe they have more life experience, but they don't seem to, that doesn't seem to help them move towards something better, does it? They're still stuck in the same place, just like I am, just like I was. There's no such thing as adults. But I guess we should strive to be more responsible and more ambitious and more mature children. I think that's what I'm striving to be more like. So, yeah, man, those were just some thoughts of mine. I'm not going to waste any more of your time because you probably have other stuff that you want to do and you don't want to just listen to me banter on about random stuff. So, you can join my self improvement Discord server. You can go on a free self improvement coaching call with me. Just click like the links in my YouTube description. All right, they're all there. You just have to click on them and do the further action. So, yeah, man, take care of yourself and take responsibility for yourself and move on with your life. You got this, man. Good luck.